Put the carbs on, got the choke cable on, got the throttle cable on, got all those clamps tightened up. Now I'm just putting the intake boots on. The easiest way to do that is through the air filter. Take the air filter housing out and put the clamps on last. I'll just unscrew them and put them around. They're kind of sloped and tapered there, so you gotta kind of figure which way it's gonna go. The carb's out, so this one's gonna go like that. It's gonna be tricky getting the outside one. Clutch cable locates in there. Okay, I'm just going to get them all in loose like that, and then I'll push it on and tighten the bolts down. Just get my hand in there for the last one. Okay, I'm going to grab that one from that side. Okay, going to do a quick video. Yeah, I put the carbs in that the other day. I think I did a video on that. Carbs are all in. Just need some gas. I actually should fire it up. I want to put the header pipe on. It's up there on the wall. Clean that up a little bit more, but I don't know if I have time for that. Here's what I want to do. Today is the 16th, I think, of July. 16th. And I want to go on a road trip in about 10 days. 26th, 27th, I think at the latest, and circle the Great Lakes, and if the border's open, hit Sturgis the first week of August. So I'm trying to get everything done around this house. I got a plumbing job in the basement I got to do right now, hooking, because we're getting a new water line to the house from the city, and I had all galvanized plumbing underground, so we got low water pressure, and I buried the line there, what, a year ago, 2 years ago. I already put the new line in, I just never hooked it up to the house. I'm gonna hook it all up, tee it in, so the city can come in, I think next week, and tie it into the main. I got the house painted. I just gotta go over all the white trim parts, a second coat on that. The whole house is painted a second coat, except for the foundation that needs a second coat. And my Avalanche truck, I stripped the engine down again, took the heads off there last night, so I can send back these lifters. So these lifters, I kind of wanted to do a video on this a little bit. That's why I'm doing this video right now, even though I don't have much time. But because my days are counting down, I got lots to get done before then. So here's my, I gotta ship these lifters back so I get my money back, because I think it was like 150, 60 bucks US money for these. I ordered new ones, OEM ones. And the OEM ones are made in the USA, and there's only one company in the United States that makes hydraulic lifters, and they make it for under different brand names. And for Harley Davidson's, it's what's it called? I was on the tip of my tongue a minute ago. Brand Fueling, made in the USA. These are the best lifters for Harleys, and the one way you can tell is right here. They got the circlip in the end, and all the other ones have you know, the little spring clip in there. These are the best lifters made in the USA. So most of them are out of stock though, but I'm gonna wait till I tear apart that other engine before I replace those in the FXR. Okay, don't do what I did. Don't buy the cheap Chinese ones. They're junk. They're the most expensive ones anyways. When you look on the internet, they're really expensive. They're really well made lifters. And for the Chevy trucks, they're made by High Lift. And oh, I should have looked this up before I started this video. I don't think this is the one that I ordered, but this is what you look for. Go down here, and yeah, brand Elgin Johnson High Lift. Elgin and High Lift. These are they're made in the USA. I think it says that here somewhere. But Elgin and High Lift are the two big names that most of these Chevy lifters are made by. And the AC Delco, well, I think those are fake AC Delco boxes. But if they were, then those AC Delco ones are junk. Not Grayling, High Lift, and something else. Anyway, so that's what I ordered. I ordered some OEM ones. They should be in next week. I don't know if I'll get that motor put back together before I leave. So I ordered these ones off eBay. And even when I was ordering these lifters, you scroll down and you look at the manufacturing details of them, and it'll say made in the USA, or it'll say unknown origin, or it'll say you know, High Lift lifter. There's two companies they use depending on the price and what's in stock. It's High Lift, or what's the other company name? I'll look it up. And so when I ordered these, they're, you know, half the price. So I thought, oh, I'll try these. Comes out of California, and it said place of origin unknown. And this is the box it came in. So the box it came in says AC Delco, and AC Delco makes pretty good products. They make a lot of GM stuff. But this might be a fake box. This is probably from China. I really believe this is probably from China. I don't believe it. I don't believe this, because here's the lifter I put in there. I put those new lifters, all of the DOD ones, the AFM ones. I just replaced all of those because all my other lifters were good, and I only had one bad lifter. This one here. I only had one bad lifter that collapsed out of the bunch of them. But if I'm going in there, I'm going to replace them all, because that's where the problems are going to happen in the future. So I'll replace all of them. I just want to get another 100,000 miles out of this engine. So I ordered these ones. And as soon as I put these ones in, they didn't pump up. They're rattly. They're all rattling. One was more rattly than others. I took the valve covers off, and out of these ones, out of the ones I replaced, the oil was squirting out 10-20 feet, which means the oil is bypassing the lifter. And look, this is a brand new lifter. It's got 10 minutes on it. They rattle, they're loose, there's play in them, it's unbelievable. It's, I just pulled these out last night. Every one of them. There's just so much play in them, it's unbelievable. Here's my one that was a good one. I only had one bad one in there. Here's a good one. There's no play at all. You gotta really push it in to get any kind of movement. There's nothing. This one's got a little bit of play in it, but nothing like these new ones. You can just feel how loose they are. They're junk. So I'm packing those back up in the boxes, shipping them back today, and getting that out of here. That's one job I wanted to get done. I got to get this plumbing job done. I got to finish the house. Oh, my Harley. I want to take that bike out there. I want to take that FLH with me, and the rear cylinder head gasket's leaking a little bit. Maybe the base gasket too, and that's common on the early Evolutions. I don't believe that engine's ever been taken down. It's only had 47K on it when I got it, and they all leak. That's common. And the gaskets today are much better improved, so I'm going to replace that. I got a new motor mount for it as well too, because the bike is really smooth, but I noticed at certain RPMs, my teeth begin to chatter a little bit, and I'll take out the old one and we'll compare it to this new one, and you're gonna see the old one's gonna be just mush. The rubber's been compromised. And I want to put in that new headlight, so I'm going to replace this, tear the top end down, and what else I got? I got the new intake manifold I'm going to put in there, because I believe I got a small air leak around that. So I take the cylinders down, I'm going to put that, I'll film all that, and then put the tank in. So that's going to be a 2-day job working on that bike. I believe 2 days. I could do it in 2 days, 8 hours a day, I'm sure. And but I only got 10 days left. So there's 2 days gone right there. I'm going to be a day today finishing up this stuff here in the plumbing. If those motor parts come back in, that's going to be another full day to get that back together. The days are counting down. And you know, and the other thing is this COVID-19 thing is going crazy. This is stupid. And it's not as bad in Canada as the United States, but you know, they want to implement wearing a face mask in Walmart where you're not allowed in everywhere. I mean, that's in the States today. I think it starts Saturday, they said. And there was just a guy shot yesterday in Ontario here because he didn't want to wear a face mask in there's like one of those dollar stores or something like that, or a grocery store I think. And he refused to wear a face mask, so he started a bit of a ruckus, and the police came, so the police chased him, and then who knows what happened there, but he ended up dead. They shot him. So what the hell, that doesn't happen in Ontario or Canada. So all over a face mask. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But first there's face masks, mandatory. Then there's vaccines, mandatory. And then, you know, they've got us. They've got us. So that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So I've been wanting to do a trip to the east or the west coast since I was 16 years old. And every year I've been putting it off. You know, I was young and I was working, didn't have any money. Had to work hard, then got married, had children, got put off again, bought a Harley to do it, had to sell that for money in the 80s. And you know, life just gets in the way, and in the way, and in the way. And I forgot last year I was going to do it. And I can't remember what the issues were last year. This year I planned to do it, and then this COVID thing came up, you know, and it's one thing after another. So I watched this video, Scotty Kerekes, 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 yeah, something like that. Really good channel. I'll put a link in below or on this video here. And he's lives on his Harley, and he's been living on his Harley since 1995. It's a great channel, and he just travels around the United States, goes to the northern states during the summertime, and slowly works his way south and even into Mexico for the wintertime. And he's the same age as I am. He's 60 years old. He turned 60 in March, and I just turned 60 in June. And a lot of similarities. But he writes articles for some of the motorcycle magazines, makes a little bit of money that way, works at Sturgis and a lot of the bike rallies to make money. And it's a really good channel to just see his adventures as he travels across the United States and Mexico. And he put out a video there the other day, and it's about the demon that sits on their shoulder here that says, hey, you can't do that, you better not do that, you know, you got kids to look after, you know, you can't go on that trip now, you know, what if a bike breaks down, you know, what if you run out of money, you know, what if you get attacked, you know, what if, you know, it goes on forever. And that's been my excuse forever and ever. I've gone to motorcycle trips before. I've gone to the East Coast and back, but with some buddies, like well planned out, you know, 3 of us and in a group, you know, if one bike breaks down, we got the other 2 there. So that's a lot easier. But this trip I'm going to have to do by myself because if I go all the way to BC, I know I'm going all the way at least to Manitoba to see a buddy of mine who's kind of in trouble, and or not really in trouble, but he's not down, well, not sort of down and out, but he's not well. And anyways, I haven't seen him in 30 years, so I'm gonna go see him. And at that time, I'll decide if the border's open, I'm gonna go south to Sturgis. If they don't open, I think I'm gonna go to BC and back. And for those of you not from Canada, this is gonna take me 3 to 4 weeks because in a car, I could do it in 2 weeks, but on a motorcycle, it's 3 weeks minimum. It's going to take 2 days to cross Ontario. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, the distances are unbelievable. And in the prairies, a lot of long, flat, straight roads forever until you hit the mountains. So, this Scotty, Kerekes channel there, he's got me kind of motivated to push forward and do this. I got to do it at some point, so you know, I got lots to do around this house. I got lots of projects on the go here, but at some point I just have to do it. So that's my goal. Today I'm going to do the plumbing.
I know.
The bug's playing dead.
Jump. She doesn't want to hurt you. No.
Little dog doesn't know what's going on.
He wants to eat him, but he's not sure.
He's going to jump into your purse.
Seeing if it's alive. Oh, it's trying to, maybe it's roll over, maybe it's hurt. I don't know.
He's squishing it.
Touch it, Harvey. Oh!
Still alive?
Yeah, it's still alive. Oh!
Fast little dog.
I'm surprised because she chases bugs all the time.
Going, you kidding? If I jump, that dog's gonna. It's a big stare down. Get it! Whoa!
That's my toy. That's my pet toy.
Oh! Oh!
We had a West. We had the West.
Crazy dog.
He loved catching them.
You think you just my dog would eat that in 2 seconds.
She tries to.
Which way to go?
But she's
Underneath the plant now. Oh, it's gone. It's in the plant.
Oh, it's still
There we
looking
go.
to see where it's gonna come from.
I see him.
Where'd it go?
I think that thing got it. We went to a fish fry last night, and this little dog was there, a friend of ours. They rescued it, and it was from Mississippi in the storm 3 years ago in 2017, I guess, down there. And there was 30 dogs, I think, that were rescued to Ontario here, to our local, what do you call it, our dog place there. I don't know what it's called. And this little dog was called, they called him Muddy, from Muddy Waters from Mississippi. And a really neat little dog. I like that dog, man. I'd trade my dog in any day for that dog. So yeah, he found a little cricket there and made a friend from it. It was pretty funny, so I put a little video clip in there. It was up over 100 today, and plus the humidity. And it's 6 p.m. right now. It's was way too hot to work on my truck today to get her back together. I'm gonna work on it tonight. So right now, I'm just gonna replace this motor mount here. You can see it's pretty compressed right there. It'll be the original one for sure. Here's the new one. I'm gonna go in there. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. It's not gonna cool down to probably 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and hopefully I can get the heads back on the truck tonight. But that tanks. Oh, bugs on it, I guess, bug splatter. Okay, let me put this on here. Got all the bolts out. 2 down here, the 1 main one, and then the 2 of the other side of the engine bracket. Pry this up. Get it up high enough. This feels really mushy. Like, look, I can push it in just like a marshmallow. Or that one's really rigid, hard as a rock. Yeah, both sides. It's like an Indian rubber ball. Bounce. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get this back in there. It's nice to have a jack under here. It does help. I can get this anywhere else. There a little bit. And get this bolt to go back in there. This one's in. Let's get some of these all loosely in place here. That's the small one, this is the big one. Okay, I'm gonna keep working on this. Before I can go anywhere, I need the shifter rod in here. You can see how loose it is. These are made of aluminum, and the shaft coming out of the tranny or gearbox is steel, and they get all stripped out. I've tightened it up 3 times. I've taken it out, I've cleaned it up, cleaned the threads up, put new bolt in, and it doesn't last more than a day. I can't go anywhere without that being replaced. And I ordered one almost a month ago. It was supposed to be in last week. Maybe 3 weeks ago I ordered that, and hopefully it's in this week. And then hopefully I can change it from here without taking apart the whole in and outer derby. But if I have to, I will. Okay, that's it for this video. I got that all bolted up together. That's going to be a lot more solid. That other, because you know, if even just going to a Manitoban back, the border of Manitoban back is going to be to over 4,000 kilometers, 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers, somewhere here, 4,500, 1,800 to Thunder Bay, I think, from here. If I drive all the way around, 36, and then I got another 400, 800 there and back. Oh yeah, over 4,000 kilometers. So I change oil before I go, and this would never make it. That would fall apart. That rubber would probably rip. So, but talking to Scotty there, Kerekes is, you know, emailing him. Like you can see, it's not really wet here at all. Just a little bit damp here, the odd drip. He says just drive it like that. He said he has for years. He said all these Evos leak like that. I like them clean without any leaks, but I've put over 3,000 kilometers on it so far. It's been sitting here for a week. There's that oil's from the spray I just sprayed right now, the WD-40, but there's no oil under it. So I think I'm good to go. Okay, that's it for right now. Still want to change that tack though. Change that out pretty soon. Okay, that's it for tonight. I'm going to start on my truck.